One thing I've learned about the K dramas that take place in present time, but are also connected to the past, like those with the reincarnation, like those stories are always so sad and like something major, something big, something unforgivable always happened in the past life. And then it's up to the present time to fix it, you know? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review on the Review Garden. So, we will be talking about episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Mystic Pop Up Bar. In these episodes, they got to help three other people. So, with the people that they are helping, is in episode 7, something happened um, in the afterlife. In the process of the afterlife, one of the souls didn't do what he was supposed to do and ended up, leaving. They the classification is based on what you did. When you're about to be reincarnated, you're either A, which is a human, B, which is an animal, and C, which is an insect. And this man, he was tasked with being B, um, animal, but they were like, oh, you're going to be a chicken. But instead of doing the whole process, he came back into, when he went into the real world to go beat a chicken, he ended up entering the chairman of where Kang Bei works, right? So, in order to fix that whole mess, and if you remember episode 6, she was in trouble. Well, all the both of them were in trouble because they gave the woman they they gave the woman one of the conception dreams, so she was able to get pregnant. So they were punished for that, and they had to do 120 hours of community service. Well, the boss is the one who messed up, and that when that whole thing happened, she told Woju and Gubenjang to help her, and in exchange, she would stop doing the community service. And they had already done 3 days, so they came back to the life of, to the living world, and had to pretty much stop this guy and return the soul back, right? So, and while this is happening, Kangbei and Kangbei and the girl Yorin, like they've been practicing for the dance, so they really want to win because traditional traditionally whoever wins has to ask the chairman for something. So they ended up winning, and she asked the chairman to become a regular employee. Now, keep in mind, this is still the soul of the other guy that is inside the chairman. So she has to be a regular employee, and he is like he wants to have a drink with the chairman. So they go have a drink. He drinks that special water. They go inside and pretty much lets him see the true story about what happened to him because obviously the soul died. But they got him to see the behind the scenes of what happened to him and what his friend actually did for him, right? In episode 8, we also got to see this girl who writes romance web novels, and she ended up passing away in her apartment, but she did not want to leave. So when the lady was trying to like sell the apartment, everybody who came inside the apartment was like, "Ooh, I got a chilling vibe here." So when Kang Bei went into the apartment, he heard her, right? He heard her say, like, "Get out. This is my apartment. You're not about to come inside my apartment." So they're like, "Oh," and in the same token, her story is live. And let's see, what's her name? Wo Ju and Gu Bengjung, they're like fascinated by her story, and they didn't get to see the final chapter. So like they ended up, when Kang Bei told them that he could actually see spirits now, because traveling in between all of the different places, that was part of the thing that they told him. He was going to be able to see spirits now. So he's starting to see them, and they were asking him, like, "Did you see anybody else?" And then that's when they put two and two together. So they were able to help the person who wrote the story that they were enjoying move and you know, get her spirit to leave the apartment. And then in episode 9, it was about a mother who lost her child. That one was really sad because, like, but when you find out what happened to the child, like, she was a single mother. Child was 4, and this man, I'm guessing, wanted him to be his girlfriend. And then after that, the idiot, like, goes and takes the child after dropping him and hitting him in the head, takes the child and puts him in front of an orphanage. Like, how you take, like, make it make sense. How do you take the woman you claim to love, you take her kid, and then you go dump it at an orphanage, and then you act like you didn't do anything? Like, that's just weird and crazy to me. And like, he never told her what he did. And when the police came to question him, he had an alibi, and he just left. You you took the woman's kid because you quote wanted to be with her, and then you just left and let her be miserable. Like, that's just weird to me. Now, this is the story of all of the people that she helped. And I think at the end of episode 9, she needs 2 more people, which makes sense. So she needs 2 more people to fill her quota in terms of their story, the main leads. So we find out in these 3 episodes, mostly towards the night, in these 3 episodes. So the spirit that is trying to kill them, um, apparently something happened a long time ago, and it was the crown prince who killed him. So he wants revenge. But they show you that his father is death, and he was like, "Oh, how come you always take the crown prince's side?" Da, 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 da. And I'm thinking the person in episode 9 is not death. He probably he probably killed his father, and then just like the same thing that Gu Benjung can do, where he changes into where he shifts into another person. I think that's what the evil spirit did, and he shifted into his father, and then he's just walking around um, with them, listening to how he can exactly get his revenge on them, because that's what he's after. He wants to get his revenge on Woju and Gubin right? So I'm wondering, like, did he just put the father away somewhere, or did he actually like kill him? You know. And we also find out that she had a kid. So that's what she read in the paper. It that's why she was like, okay, I'm gonna take the punishment, because she realized that when she hung herself in, you know, on the tree, she also killed her child. So I'm thinking they're saying like her child and the tree were together. So she agreed so that she could save the soul of her child. So what if the soul of her child then got reincarnated or something, or the soul of her child is inside um Kangbei. So pretty much Kangbei is her child, right? Because we're trying to figure out like who is Kangbei's family, because he is a like he's not human, right? Or are they saying that he is human but he has like special power? I mean, what he has is special powers, right? So um so I'm thinking that he's their kid, right? The crown prince and Woju. And also there's this what was it? Episode 9 or something? Episode 8 or 9, they find out 9. They find out that she can't really go in and just close the door for Kangbei, because when she was trying to help that shaman, she realized she can't open the door because she was the one who sealed it on another case. So now she needs to figure out a different way to help him solve his problem. The but what I didn't like with the way they did this was like, if she had just opened her mouth and was like, well, I was going to help you, but it turned out this way. But they made it sound like, oh, she was never going to help him to begin with, when that wasn't the case. It's just that while she was helping that other guy, she realized that she can't help him, right? Because the door was closed and sealed shut, and they made this new rule that she didn't know anything about at the time. But, it all worked out in the way that he's coming back to help her with the last two. But she also signed a contract that as soon as she gets to 100,000, she has to immediately go down to hell. Before, she was going to have the chance of reincarnation, but now that she signed the contract, it's straight to hell after she gets her 100,000, right? But the reason she's doing that is because in order for him to be healed, um, it has to be True Love's Kiss with, what is it, the Karabar, or some bar that her and her mom used to worship in. That bar got reincarnated, and it has to be True Love's Kiss between Kangbei and that bar, which I'm guessing the bar got reincarnated into Yorin, because she's the other person with the power, right? because every time a guy touches her, they get, you know, they get scared or they get whatever and they start running away. So we're going to see, like, even though they already like each other, they're acting like, well, it's mostly her that is being a little standoffish, but then she still comes to like watch him at his job, so it's kind of cute. So we have 3 episodes left, and it's very like, I like the way this story is developing. It's like it's short and it's sweet, but you're also the past. Her past was just so hard, and I don't think, and I want to know like what happened to cause him to cause the crown prince to turn on his friend. But I also think like because she saw burn marks on the friend in the past, so was it the friend with the friend slash evil spirit current day? Was it him who killed her mom? And towards the end of episode 9, we see someone call him, you know, the crown prince, and it looks exactly like his mom back in the day. So, we'll see where this story goes next and how the end goes. Because I don't think Woju knows that he's the crown prince. I might be wrong, but I don't think she knows. And we're going to find out how she finds out. And this wraps up our journey on the Review Garden. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this drama. If you enjoyed this reaction and review, please remember to subscribe for more insightful videos. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps our channel grow. As always, I'm truly grateful for your support and for joining me on this journey on the Review Garden. Until next time, and happy listening. Bye.